Hello my lovelies, how's everyone out there doing today? I hope you're having a fantabulous day. My name is Jenny and welcome to my channel. So who wants to get naked? Naked Cherry, that is, by Urban Decay. So as you can tell, I've already done my makeups. This is not going to be a very long video. This is just one of the things I got in from my Sephora orders that I was waiting on. So I wanted to get on here and talk to you about it. I know it's been out for a little while. Sephora had it on sale for $24.50. It regularly sells for $49, which is what it is now. I did get it during their sale, so I got another 20% off of that. And I just checked their site and it is back to $49. I checked the Urban Decay site and it's $49 there too. So yeah, it's back to the regular price. And going back to my history of Urban Decay, I looked back like to check all through all my products and I only have one thing. One. It's this one. The Naked Smoky that I got in 2015 when it came out. That's the only thing I've ever gotten. And I remember when I got this because it was the year before I got cancer and I had so many people telling me about Urban Decay, and I'm like, I'm going to be bougie and get Urban Decay palette, because back then, to me, that was like big time bougie, because I had like the W7, I don't know if you guys have heard of that. I had those palettes, and I had like a lot of Ulta brand. I had lots of Ulta brand, because I went shopping at Ulta, but I never made it to the other side of the store very often. I would like go look, but I never bought. I was always on the Ulta side. So this is my Naked palette. I used it a lot, but you really can't tell that I did. But you can see the colors I used. Like, I used these colors a lot right here because that was what I used. I used this one, and I did use this one and these. But these are the colors I always gravitated toward. You know, I really didn't, like, get into these. I didn't use this one hardly at all, I don't think. I don't think I ever really touched that one. But, like, this one I used as, like, a over the brow bone kind of color. But these are the colors that I was... The camera's not, there it goes. These are the colors I gravitated toward a lot because those were the colors that I did. I mean, this was the palette that I used as far as any like, even in my W7s and my Ultas, these were the colors I used because that was as fun as I got. I didn't step outside my comfort zone. So when I was trying to find different palettes to try, and I thought, let me go back and try another Urban Decay because it had been so long. And the only reason I keep this is because of memories. You know, that's the only reason. And I'm getting ready to film Marissa, that has the Enchanted Rose Beauty review that I talk about. She and I are getting ready to do a collab. We're going to be doing a filming of like the tag palettes, like of, you know, your oldest palette, your newest palette, that kind of thing. And we're waiting till we get some other palettes in. This will be my oldest because it literally is the oldest palette that I still have in my collection. I literally went through like 6 months ago and threw out a bunch of makeup, and the reason I threw it out and didn't donate it is because it was very old. I was using stuff, I didn't know that you weren't supposed to use it for like a long time. I was using stuff from like 2011 and 2012. It was really old palettes, but this I kept because of the fact that it was my first bougie palette that I ever had, you know, so I kept that one. I don't use it, I just keep it. But anyway, so this palette I got, and it's very monotone, and you'll see when I take my glasses off. There's not much to it, and I used it, and I had a lot of problems with it, guys. I really did, and you'll see. It's very messy. Very messy. This is what it looks like, and you can tell there's not much color gradient at all. I mean, you got your bone color, and then it kind of goes up into your darker, like, cherry brown kind of color. And I'm disappointed. I am very disappointed. I knew when I got it, like, when I first looked at it, I thought, okay, you know, there's some, like, orangey color, like the color Juicy. It's got, like, an orange feel to it. And I thought, yeah, I can work with that. You know, it's got the browns, not the browns, but like the deep cherry colors that I love. And I thought, yeah, I kind of like that. You know, I can do the pinks and the cool tones and the warm tones that kind of mixes in there. And then I start watching videos on it, and everybody was talking about how monotone it is and how the colors all kind of blend in together. And I'm like, oh, crap. I thought, well, you know, I can still play it up. Because I thought these shimmers in here would be really pretty. The brush was nice, but yeah, let me take off my glasses, and I'm going to show you. And the reason I did not do a video is because I just have way too many things coming in, so I'm just going to like play with palettes and then, you know, kind of show you what I come up with, unless they're things like the Norvina palette and things that like that. And I was supposed to get those things today, and they didn't show up. I think it's because of all the different protests and things that are going on. I think the mail's having trouble getting through, and I do want to touch on that. Okay, I do want to touch on that because what they're doing to people of color right now is wrong, and did not want to make that about my channel, but it is wrong, people. It is wrong. And the protests that are going on, they have every right to protest. I don't believe in the violence that it's kind of become, as far as like burning down buildings and things like that. I mean, that is a little, they have a right to protest. They really do. And I don't have a problem with the protest, because I think everybody has a right to protest. And it's sad. It's really sad that the country, it's 2020. It's 2020, people. And it's sad that people of color are still having to go through this crap. It really, really is. So for me to get on here and talk about makeup, it's just like so of what is going on right now. There's more important things in this world besides makeup. You know, so when I got online and I saw like several of my orders that were supposed to be here for the weekend and supposed to be here today didn't come, and I was like starting to bitch about it. And I'm like, you know what? Who cares? You know, who cares that I didn't get an order? There's a man that was killed for something stupid because some idiot cops had to do stupid shit. And I'm sorry. If you don't like that I'm saying that, then so be it. That's the way I feel about it. That's all I gotta say, because it's just, it'll irritate me, and I'll be on here for hours going on and on about it, because I get really hostile about that stuff. But anyway, so I'm supposed to get other stuff in today. It didn't come in yet. It's delayed, and there is no, it's saying that there's no delivery date now. I don't know where it is. It's not coming. It'll be here eventually. So when I got this palette in, I start doing one eye, and I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna do both eyes, and I'm gonna get on here and tell you what I think about it instead, because I do have another video to film. I have an unboxing video to film on something else. So let me just show you. I'm going to bring you in and we'll just talk about it, because it's easier for me to do it that way. All right, so let's start with this eye over here. If you can see right here, my scar compared to this eye over here. Do you see how like over in this corner over here I was able to get like a little bit of darker intensity? And over here it didn't work, because the color would not go into my scar. Over here, this corner, it did. Didn't over here. This color here in the corner, like this whole bottom part, started to be this color right here. And I want to swatch it on my finger and show you what it looks like. That's the color that it was supposed to be. But then when I put it on my eye, it became more like the color beside it, which is this color right here. It just kind of, that's what it looks like on my eye. It did not lay right on my eye. So then I just went ahead and put this bone. I put this bone color like all over my lid first. So I put that on top of it, trying to lighten it up, because it was just so dark on my eyes. But I did like put this beside it. So I think maybe when I was blending it, it blended out too much on it. So the colors I used, I'm going to back up now, but because you can see what it looks like, and then I'll tell you what I did. Okay. So the colors I used in the palette were, I used this color all over my lid, and then I tried to use this color, but it really didn't really do anything for me. It really didn't. So then I went in with this color here on the inner like third of my lid, and then I used this one right beside it, and then I went in with this one beside it, because it just wasn't that much of a change in colorization. And then I used this color on the outside, just like right there in that little crease of a V area. And then it was still too much the same color. So I took the brown, and the brown is what I used to darken up that right there, and then I used it on my under. But like I said, over here, for some reason, when I put that brown in, it just didn't go. I mean, I'll show you the color of my finger. That's the color of my finger. I mean, it's got a lot of pigment to it, but when I was trying to blend it, and you can watch, it just kind of blends away. And see the way it's, when you blend it, it just blends away. So it didn't blend very well. And then the same thing happened when I was using that red color. And I'll tell you the names here in a minute. The first color, that brown, was called Privacy, and this one is called Bing. But this is Bing. So it's got a very beautiful like cherry red color. But then as soon as you start trying to blend it out, it literally starts blending away. And that's the trouble I was having. Like literally, watch. Look, it just blends completely away. And that's the trouble I was having. As soon as I laid a blender on it, it started blending away. And when I was like putting it in, I was taking this little detail brush, and I was like putting it in, and I swirled it. And when I swirled the detail brush in, that color swirled completely away on this eye over here, like completely away. So then I went in and I was like tapping it in like this, trying to tap the color in, and it was still doing it. So I went back to my finger and I put it in with my finger, and then tried to you know, because when I put my finger, it was like a glob on there. So then I was trying to like blend it like this, and it was still doing it. It kept blending away. So the colors were blending away a lot in this palette. And then with this color here, and the reason the palette looks kind of weird like up here is because I tried to do it wet, and I tried to do it dry, and then I tried with my finger, and no matter what I did, it just was kind of, you know what I mean? It just didn't work. So that's where that was the way it ended up. I mean, it did. When I put that bone color, which the name of the color, by the way, is not bone. I keep calling it that. It's called Hotspot. When I put that color over top of it, it did kind of lighten it up. Before I did that, if you'd have seen this, I'm glad I didn't film it. Because I know I always say I'll film and then I'll show, you know, it doesn't matter what it looks like. I still show it to you. I'm still showing it to you afterwards. I just got very frustrated. I mean, you can still see like parts of it. Like if you look in here, you can still see parts of the other color because it didn't cover it like completely. And then I didn't have anything to use for a brow bone color, so I got this little palette here in this white that my friend Jalissa sent me, and I've never heard of this brand before. It's called, I'm gonna put my glasses back on because, yeah, obviously. Thank God for mascara. My By Terry mascara saved the day, because literally it saved the day. They say that lashes will save a day. Well, I don't do lashes, I do mascara, and it saved the day because without that and my Huda Beauty lip colors that I put on, because I put on these two colors right here. One is Trophy Wife, I think. Yeah, Trophy Wife and Snobby. That's what saved this look. But it's called Hard Candy, and it's Bad Reputation are the colors. And I use this on my like inner corner and then my lid. But it's a white, and it's, you know, it's pretty pigmented. So I use that just to kind of make it pop a little bit. And I didn't use any foundation today. It's my Bare Minerals Rescue Complexion in the color Vanilla. I just didn't, my skin was kind of giving me a little bit of a fit because I'm using the Tony Moly Snail Ferment skincare right now, and I decided to not use any of my Belief except my cleanser and any of my Ordinary right now because I was mixing it, and I thought, you know what, in order for me to see whether or not I'm going to have a reaction to anything is just to use just that product alone and not use anything else skincare wise. And like I said, except the cleanser because I didn't have the cleanser, but I did order it last night because I went through my Rakuten app and I got they had a special. They had 12% cash back, so I got $7 back from it, plus I got it on sale on the Skin and Company website through Rakuten, and they had a 22% discount, which was a coupon code through Rakuten. So I got 22% off, plus I got $7 cash back. So I was able to get it like a really good price. So I did that and got like toner, and then I went to the, and then I got like a set of something, and then I went like to the Tony Moly site and I got 15% cash back there. And so I got the cleanser and then some other things. But anyway, so my skin was kind of, I got like a little pimple there starting, and then I got like another vitiligo spot starting, and I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna put some of this on. So I put my Cicapair on, which I'm freaking in love with this stuff, you guys should know. And then I put some of this on, and that's what I did for my skin, and it looks really good, you know, it feels good on my skin, so that's what I did. But yeah, I'm not thrilled with it. I mean, it's got beautiful colors in it, and I want to swatch a few of these for you. These are the first few colors. First few colors are not extremely pigmented. I mean, for what they are, I mean, even that bone color, for what they are, they're pigmented. And then the next four, just going right in order, are those colors there. I mean, Urban Decay at one time was the brand, you know, to have. But like I said, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Okay. I had only had, you know, the one. And those are the last four. So, you know, they're the bomb for what they are. I'm just not, for 49 bucks, if you had to pay 49 bucks, to me it's not worth it. It really is not. They're very patchy. And a lot of it, another thing happened too, is when I was using my finger to put it on over top of, you know, like where it was wet, and then I was putting it on, I actually had chunks of it come off. So once it's wet and then you try to put anything on top of it, you're gonna have like chunks of it. So yeah, if I had to rate this palette, I would give it a 2 out of a 5, because it's just, usually I try to do 3s, you know, if I have some things I really like about it, you know, and it's still like in the middle, but this one's a 2 because there's only a few colors I like. I was hoping this would be more orangey than what it actually is, and I'll show this color to you again, and it's not. It's just, you know, it's just not enough orange in there than what I thought it was going to be when I saw it on the internet. And look what it, just by touching it, And you can see it's very powdery. And I did have a lot of fallout on my face from this too. It didn't stick. I mean, it just, you know, it brushed right away, so that's the good thing. But yeah, I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I didn't spend $49. I'm glad it was only $24.50, and then I got 20% off. But yeah, it's going to go in the back of a drawer, and it might get picked up if I want a pretty cherry color or something like that I'm looking for. But yeah, it probably won't get used very often. That's the sad thing about it. But anyway, guys, thank you for spending 15. By the time this is done, by the time I'm done talking, 16 minutes with me. I appreciate it. If you like my videos, don't forget to like and subscribe and become part of my lovelies. I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much, guys. Have a wonderful day. And don't forget to go out there and take care of each other, be good to each other, and stay safe. Come back and see me again. You guys have a wonderful day. Bye, guys.